The next that I'm making is the holder 2J, figure 1351. And I'm starting on the right plane. I'm going to make the cylinder. That's at a diameter of 80. And then I need to add in a polygon. So I'm going to use the polygon tool. I'm just going to draw this and make sure this goes horizontal or vertical. I'm not concerned about a dimension yet. Now I need to put in the number of sides. Press enter, escape, cancel that, double click here and make this 6. All right, so now I need the dimension across. So across flats, the dimension is 36. I'll fully define this, and now I can extrude. The distance of this extrude is 120. My next sketch I'm going to use to create an inclined plane at a degree of 30. There's many ways to do this. I'm just choosing to draw 2 construction lines. I don't need dimension of length, but I do need to the origin and down. Now I can dimension the angle at 30. Now I can create this inclined plane off of this. I'm going to rotate it. You can see it. Go to plane. I'm switching to line angle. If I select this line and then cancel, just selecting the line will make that happen. What I canceled was text across the top, just saying to select a second point. So now that this is created, I could start my next sketch, which should be sketch 3, and it'll be on plane 1 that we just created. So now I just changed the name of that, but I'm going to just ignore it. Plane 1, start my sketch. I'm going to go normal 2, and I'm going to create a rectangle here. This rectangle needs to be larger than this edge, as it's going to create the auxiliary face. But I need to know where to go up to. So I'm just going to turn on shaded with hidden edges. This hidden edge right here is part of the hex. I'm going to use that edge right there and convert it so I know where to draw the rectangle from or onto. I use a standard corner rectangle. I'm just going to draw it something like this. The size of it is 110 by 77. And from the end, it's located in a distance of 8. Find this and press Shift 7 to show it in the isometric state. Now I need to extrude this. When I extrude, I need to go at a distance of 8 down. So I'll choose extrude. Go 8. You want to make sure it's pointing down. Because I drew this with this edge here, it shouldn't interfere with any of this. My dimensions should, in fact, be correct. My next sketch, I chose to just create the rectangular cutout on the end of this. So I'm going to select one of these edges right here. Not edge, one of these faces. Right here. Go normal 2. And I need to draw a rectangle on here. I need to use the line tool though. Show my constraints so I can see that this is going perpendicular at a distance of 2. and then perpendicular to that at 22. Down and over. Now I need to dimension this in. The text says that to the center of it, it's 27. Well, I don't have a center line or anything, so I'm going to just figure this one out and apply this dimension to the end. So if the whole thing's 22, half of that's 11. So the overall distance, again, to the middle is 27. So I'm going to type in that distance minus my half left at 11. Now extrude, remove, through all. My next sketch, I'm just going to put in the 2 holes. So I'm going to go right here. I'll have the construction line at the middle, just so I can get rid of one less dimension. Draw a circle on here. That is the size of 10. Another one over here. That is 10. And both are located 23 in. This is an extrude, a remove. I'm going to do up to next. Just because of the angle of this, I know it's not going to interfere, but just in case, if there was material underneath, I would want to make sure that I'm doing it correct. By the looks of it, I already made a mistake by putting this on the wrong side. I need to go back and edit that. It would be on this face. I'm not going to make that change in this video, as I want to just keep moving along with where I am on here. My next sketch is going to take place on the front plane. Okay, now I need to draw. Again, I'm going to use an edge, and I'm going to convert this line right here. So let's start a sketch on the front, convert the edge, and I'm going with a rectangle. The top line of it is for construction. I'm going to use a center point arc, go from the center to the end. This one is 10. Now I get dimension. This is a radius 10 from the origin to the center here. 80. And then from the origin to the center, this way, and at 50. That should fully define this. And now I need to extrude. Now this is going to be an extrude from, I believe, symmetric, as should be going in both directions. So extrude, we're adding symmetric versus blind, 10 distance, and now I would add my fillets. You keep in mind that right here, this is on the wrong face. That rectangular cut should be here. To apply your fillets, you're going to use the fillet tool. All fillets are a radius of 2, the text says. And we're going to select what need fillets. Click the edge here, the edge here. I could select this whole cylinder, everything that touches it. Now is a fillet. The edge here. And it looks like if this was going in the right orientation, it would be this entire face, with the exception of these circles right here. So I selected a little too much. If you select too much, just clear it out. Okay, so now I need to make my way around, selecting all the proper faces. Again, this is upside down. And that looks like just about everything. So if I were to flip that again, this would be correct. So it's looking something like this. I could hide those additional sketches. Now I want to go back and make some edits here. Deleting these constraints. So you can see this is making some errors. Probably would have been better just to redraw this one part. But I decided to try to fix it. Okay, so let's see how much damage that just did. So that fixed that part. Now let's edit sketch 4. Remove the face that was selected. Choose this face. Edit sketch 5. Looks like I would have to redraw the holes and remove extrude 4, sketch 4, clears up all the mistakes. I apologize for making errors in my work, but these are things that you will need to overcome when you make mistakes. You have to have some problem solving to figure this out. These are 10 each. Each one located in 23. And without the errors, there is 1351.